Empty minds make the most noise. She's bald except for the ponytail. That's a warrior's cut. Mrs. Warrior is crying because her wife just got diagnosed with fatal bookshelf brain. I will find the avatar and restore my honor. Devil's Tramping Ground, a wooded section of Chatham County, North Carolina. A 40-foot in diameter circle can be found there. Any objects that appear in the circle will mysteriously disappear or get moved from within the circle. No wildlife, vegetation, or inanimate objects can be found in the circle, known as the Devil's Tramping Ground. This phenomenon was first discovered in the early 1800s and is believed that Satan paces around this circle and ponders about ways to undo mankind. Boy Scout troops have tried camping on it and woken up in their tents a few miles away. Some guys tried to stay up all night in a tent on the spot and later reported that a soft, soothing melodic voice lulled them to sleep and they too woke up a few miles away. Why is that so cute though? Like most of the time you hear about this and it's like they got their eyes clawed out or disappeared or died. But this is like casually picks up your stuff and moves it somewhere else or gently sings you to sleep. Like dang, that's the most polite demonic circle I've ever heard of. What a sweetheart. Netflix, new idea. You can make a show called Your Life. And when I click on it, I can watch all the footage that the government has taken of me through my webcam and cell phone. No. The government killed her before she could finish her sentence. Why do cartoon characters have so many femurs? I just saw a cartoon character reduced to bones, and all that came out were 6 femurs and a skull. They only had 2 legs. That's too many femurs. I'd rather that than the Mortal Kombat pile of ribcages. Someday I'm going to make a video game that combines the worst of both worlds, and when the hero is killed, they just explode in a shower of pelvises. So everyone knows this little guy from Finding Nemo, right? Remember when Nemo first met him, and he said, "See this tentacle? It's actually shorter than all my other tentacles, but you can't really tell." And in octopuses, one of their tentacles is actually their pee-pee and is structured slightly differently from the rest of their tentacles. Guys, Pearl was showing off his pee-pee. Concept. One of those we messed with this creepy old religious site and now we are all cursed stories, except it's set centuries in the future and the site in question is a derelict Church of Scientology building. The curse is a defamation lawsuit. Yahoo Answers. If I legally bought the Mona Lisa, would anyone be able to stop me from eating it? Free market baby. Law and ethics. I mean, no, but you'd be deeply poisoned, like, super poisoned. I cannot emphasize enough how poisoned eating the Mona Lisa would make you. But what a way to go. You could only eat it once. Forbidden snack. There's nothing wrong with just a taste of what you've paid for. In class our teacher held up a black book and was like, "This book is red," and we were all like, "No," and he said, "Yes it is," and we were just all like, "That's not right," and he turned it around and the back cover was red, and he said, "Don't tell somebody they are wrong until you've seen things from their point of view." That spoke to me. Perspective is everything. Undersea ecosystems are bullsh. Like, imagine you're a little rabbit and you go to nibble on a tree sapling, but as soon as you go to take a bite, it takes off like a fucking helicopter and disappears over the horizon. Then, before you can process what just happened, the entire patch of grass you were standing on turns out to be a fox who had turned itself inside out and you die. Are you okay? Do you need to talk about it? I respect linguistic differences and all, but every time I hear an American utter the words "Where's Waldo?" I die a little more inside. The funny strippy man's name is Waldo, and I will go to war over it. His name is Walla, you bland motherfucker. I will sink your fucking island, you old lady worshipping toe sucker. For mothers only. To cure boys of the habit of not keeping shirt tails tucked in, sew an edging of lace around the bottom of the lad's shirt. There'll be no more shirt tails showing. A surefire way for mothers to get their sons to tuck in their shirts, 1940s style. The illustrated boy looks pretty darn pleased with his cute new lace edging. I can see him now meeting his friends at the soda fountain. Fellows, check out mom's latest effort at mind control. Spins. Chorus of whistles and applause. Why, Jimmy, I do believe you've started a fashion. Let's go to the Woolworth and get lace edging for all our shirts. Dad can sew them on. He got his handicraft merit badge last summer. Never regretted it. Jimmy, your mom has some internalized misogyny to figure out. Don't I know it? I would read novels about these boys. Me. How old were you? American. Oh, I was a freshman. Me, an European. I still have no idea how old you were. Someone from the UK. I'm in 6th form. Me. How many regenerations do you have left? TV shows with time travel organizations / bureaus / police / agencies / whatever should have a department with, instead of a tech genius eating candy, it's a harried seamstress or fashion designer who is like 1450 Italy. Does it look like I have the time to dye you wool? No. You're going to the 1980s and throw shoulder pads at the hapless time agent. I literally made three 18th century corsets last week. You can wait until one of them gets back, or you can go sometime post 1920s, because if I have to sew one more goddamn channel, I will literally lose my mind. Upper middle class? You told me upper class. F yeah, there's a difference. How about kimono? Look me in the eyes. I do not care what you want. This is the 1500s. You absolutely cannot wear trousers. Another court gown. Here's a novel idea. Go as a peasant for once in your life. Why do you do this to me? You're fucking sadists, that's why. Don't mind me, I'll just be up all night hand painting silk. The policy is 1 month's advance notice on pre-1900s women's fashion for a reason. Deborah. Confirmed. Scan. Lizard detected. It's Friday afternoon. Have you registered to vote? It takes 2 minutes and is sexy, easy and free. It's Saturday afternoon. Have you registered to vote? It takes 2 minutes and is sexy, easy and free. Why are moms so afraid of Doom turning their kids into devil worshippers? Like, Doom has a pretty strong anti-demon message to it. One of the devs of the original 1993 game is a Mormon, with that exact position. You all fools. Getting tattoos based on the ancient tattoos they find on bog mummies and the other ancient dead that, for all you know, will bind you to a forgotten god that now by all rights has a claim on your life for better or for worse. Me, and intellectual, doesn't fking do that. A forgotten god cannot run my life any worse than I'm currently running it myself. Bog mummy, take the wheel. Matt, there's a new petition taking off on change.org, and we think you might be interested in signing it. Change.org. Petition to hire 1 million people to put their fingers in the shoot hole of people's guns so they can't shoot them. It's still gonna shoot, and they are gonna lose a finger. No, the finger blocks the bullet. We can do this. This is a gun we are talking about. The projectile is fired using an explosion, not by compressed air of a toy gun or the elastic forces of a slingshot. People would be lucky if they only lost their finger. The finger blocks it. The finger won't block it. The shaft is only there for keeping the bullet straight. All the propulsion happens behind the bullet. The bullet would rip through the finger. Not that many would actually fit without the victim being a child and beyond. The bullet would go forward a little and then hit the finger and stop. It's not that hard to understand. People are going to lose their hands. Go watch Mythbusters. They did an episode on this. The hand fking exploded. No, the bullet would start to go, but stop at the finger. That's basic physics. Also, hands don't explode normally. They did something wrong. My mom refused to buy me ice cream because she said we need to go on a diet, but she just walked in on me making a chocolate milkshake out of ice and cocoa powder, and I saw it. I saw the fear in her eyes. I'm adapting, and she knows that I will soon be unstoppable. Me. The people who are obsessed with law as the ultimate and defining measure of right and wrong are completely lacking in a moral compass. A law doesn't define what's right. It doesn't define what's decent. Laws are made up, they are a social construct, and anyone who holds themselves to a standard no higher than what they'll be punished for is a sociopath, and as far as I'm concerned, truly evil. The cop shoving me into the car. Sir, you are still under arrest. What's the pink they put in pink lemonade that makes it so poppin'? That's pussy, babe. Is there not a single stock photo of someone drinking pink lemonade that would have been easier than putting a pink cloud over a water bottle? You think I do this cause it easy? Today at work I asked one of the kids what her favorite color was, and she said, pink and purple. They're pretty. I used to like yellow, but I got fed up with it. She stares into the distance. Suddenly, this 5-year-old child in her flowery dress with matching ribbons in her hair has become a battle-hardened veteran. She's seen some too many things are yellow now. If this were a movie, she'd knock back the last of her whiskey and get up from the bar. I know in my heart of hearts, this kid is sick of minions. In the future, everything is going to look all green and fuzzy, like you're wearing night vision goggles. Is it because everyone's wearing night vision goggles? In the future everyone has night vision goggles. Wouldn't that suck during the daytime? The future sounds awful. We are going to have much bigger problems. What problems, Randy? The sun went out. Where'd it go? The night vision goggle companies extinguished it to increase profit margins. Are there any benefits to turning 17? 16 was driving, 18 is adulthood. There is none. It's the null year. You become a dancing queen. Young and sweet. Only 17. My dad whistles a specific melody when he comes to refill the bird feeders. The birds have started singing it when they are empty. This bitch empty. Tweet. The bird's equivalent of B. Better have my money. Me, seeing that Peter's dust death turned into the biggest meme of 2018. He would have wanted this. Tony, after saving the world. Peter, I missed you so fucking much, I can't even imagine how traumatic this was for you, kid. I'm so sorry. Peter, scrolling the hash, Spider-Man tag. Holy I was trending on Twitter. Monetizing Tumblr is easy. Just give it to anthropologists so they can monitor all the burlesque subcultures. Some 14-year-old. I think my imaginary friend should have the right to vote. Some 39-year-old. I agree completely. Guy in a lab coat. Can't fucking write fast enough. At any given moment, I'm thinking about one thing. Richard Dreyfuss hunkered over eating dog food. I still don't understand the phrase luck of the Irish, because the luck of the Irish is, historically speaking, fucking terrible. I'm bisexual, but scared of frogs and lizards. What now? Moths. Tumblr, stop trying to F Mothman. Guy in a Viking helmet is bicycling down Main Street, yelling and trying to fight cars. Not why I moved to LA, but still a good perk.